Hey guys, SeanB here. Today I want to talk about the Dimension Predator boss that's gonna end in 5 days, and we are going to fight this boss once again in another dimension, which is going to be Ellunia. And there'll be a condition differently from Kazan. In Kazan, you have to do this boss with units that are not natural 5-star. But in Ellunia, you can use 5-star unit, but you have to use only one element. I'm assuming the boss is gonna be the same. I think it's gonna be the same. It's pretty tough already to change the condition of the team, so I don't think they're gonna change the boss ability at all. So assuming the boss is gonna be the same, let's discuss what we can use to deal with the boss when it moves to Ellunia. If you enjoyed the video, do me a quick favor. We're trying to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. To make it easier to understand, I prepare a PowerPoint slides for this. Damn, every time I do this, I feel like I'm back in, I don't know, the corporate world or university. Let's take a look at the team that we use the most for the dungeon previously or currently. We have Vert for turn cycling. We have Fran for healing, immunity, general support unit. We have another support unit which can be Bella for more healing, or Lauren for attack power reduction, or Amana with healing and reviving. I think Amana can cleanse as well. Damn, this unit is way too good. Then we need to have an AoE damage dealer for wave number 2. That's where 2 mini boss appear and you have to kill them at the same time. Then we need like a generic single target strong damage dealer. Crow was very popular because he does a lot of damage. Or you can use Rogue as well for team up and cooldown reduction. One of the mini boss was water, so you would like to use wind or water element to kill the mini boss easier. The other one I think didn't have an element. So when I look at the team, I look at the roles that the unit fulfill instead of the unit itself. So nothing is a must. You just know that these are the roles you have to fulfill, and then you replace the unit with what you have. So first we have Vert for turn cycling. Vert is really good at that, but Bernard can also be used to give turn cycling and speed buff. He can also do very good damage. Vert can do good damage, Bernard can do good damage too. Also defense break and attack break to make sure that enemy doesn't hit you as hard. So I think Bernard is a very good substitute for Vert. Going a bit more YOLO would be Harsh Veil, but I don't think you need to go that YOLO. You can put speed buff, attack buff, good damage, dots. He's more of a utility damage dealer, but with speed buff, your team can move faster. I think it's a pretty good option as well. Next up, you want to look at the healer, the support, the buffer. So these are the one that is a bit more accessible. I forgot to put the 4-star Harp, Ravidi for the shield and the cleanse. I think it's pretty decent as well. But if you want solid healing, I think Jasun will be one of the best healer for this dungeon with attack buff and healing and glancing. You can use Delphoid to cleanse the dots of the boss. I think really good. So double healer shouldn't be a problem. If you are running Bernard, you probably have defense break very often as well. Triana for the healing and damage is not bad, but Triana healing is very minimal, not really her strong point. So I think Jasun is probably gonna be one of the best healer for this dungeon. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a very strong wind healer that is popular out there that is like more farmable. It's a Wind Yeti that heals really well, but it's 2020. Who the hell has a Wind Yeti, right? Or the Wind Chloe, Michelle that can heal and revive and extend buff, which is not a bad idea as well. But once again, not a lot of people will have them, but hopefully you will have one of these healer. And if you want to be safer, you can put in a Shannon for defense buff. And I think you do pretty okay in the support department. Then you have Lucian to do AoE damage to clear the trash wave, and then you have that one single target wind damage dealer that you want to use. It can be the Wind Marshal Cat Naomi, it can be the Wind Ninetail Fox. You can even use Juan, the Wind Drunken Master, as a semi-support damage dealer. He can bring healing as well. So if you're running low healing comm, then the Wind Drunken Master will provide extra healing for you. But these are the more accessible option. Let's take a look at the Nat 5 that you can potentially use in the dungeon, because in this dungeon, you can definitely run Nat 5. So these are some of the options that I think are pretty good. Similar to Vert, who can give your team turn. I think Savannah can also do the same. For support, I think the Wind Paladin Louise can do a very good job with healing, immunity, and shield. Super solid support unit. I think she's gonna do a very great job as a healer. Wind Panda to replace Bella as a defense breaker / healing. I think he can do a very good job as well, provide the extra sustainability for the team and also the consistent defense break. In that regards, I think Retash can also do that a little bit, healing with a skill 2, not too crazy, and the AoE defense break to help with clearing the thing faster and potentially provoke to divert the damage to him. For AoE damage, I think Charlotte can be pretty good as well. Also, Charlotte can give AoE control for the trash wave and also attack bar increase plus attack bar decrease. But I don't think Charlotte's gonna do amazing. I think Lucian's still the best AoE damage for this dungeon. I think Lagmaron's gonna do a very good job. He does good single target damage with Swell and AoE attack break to help with the trash wave in case you are dying. And I think extra attack break can always do well in the boss stage. I think Tyrannus can do a pretty good job at keeping your team alive in case you die in the trash wave, because sometimes you get bad RNG and Rogue just go crazy on you. Tyrannus can bring that unit back up and you don't have to waste one energy redoing the entire thing. So I think these are Nat 5 options. You feel free to mix and match between these and the farmable option to find the best possible team for you. There are definitely many other options that you can use in here, but there's not a lot of space on screen right now. Like for damage dealer, you have the Wind Vampire, you have Yin. You can use many different things. And for Nat 5, I think you can use Eladriel for like the healing, or let's say, I don't know, will you want to use Math in here? Not too sure. If you have any better idea, feel free to leave in the comment section down below. We'd love to read your thoughts. Next, let's go to water. So for the turn cycling job, I think the Water Drunken Master can do a pretty decent job. He can boost attack bar and he can do damage. He can provide healing. I think is a very good overall package to replace Verd. I think another one you can use but a bit more YOLO would be the Water Bounty Hunter. You can push attack bar, buff speed, but that is pretty much it about his support capability. His damage output can be RNG-ish, but if you want to live the life on the edge, I think the Water Bounty Hunter can be decent. For support, I think Lulu is going to be really amazing. She can cleanse, heal, provide immunity, very similar to Fran, but no attack buff and no attack break on the enemy. But in terms of healing power, I think Lulu is going to be pretty solid. For the Bella spot, I think Virga is going to do a very good job there with defense break, speed buff for the team, anti-crit, good damage output. I think Vigor is great in that spot. For AoE water damage dealer, I think Julie is going to be there for most people. But if you're looking for a free-to-play farmable option, I think Sigmarus is a very good option as well. We're going to put a picture of Sigmarus right there. Alright, that looks good. I think Sigmarus can be a very good option for the AoE damage, but Julie can do the job as well. And for the last slot, you want to look at some sort of good single target damage. I think Theomask will be available to most people. I think Water Ninja is going to be really good because he brings that leader skill for water, do good damage. And I think the Water 2A Griffin can do some crazy damage as well. For healer, if you want to look at 4-star unit, I think Emma, the Water Nailstone Asian, can do a fantastic job at keeping your team alive with healing, defense buff, and shield. Also extra glancing debuff for the team. If you miss the attack buff and maybe defense buff, I think Megan's gonna do an okay job right there to provide buff for the team. Need to be on Violent though, so that she can cycle turn, get that buff back quickly. The buff duration is not too long and she has a decently long cooldown. Let's take a look at the Nat 5 option for this team. For the water department, I think Bastet and Barbara will be that turn cycling and support to replace Verd and Fran. If you want to look at immunity, I think Wusa, if you have one, is going to be one of the best immunity option for the team. Together with shield and healing, I think it's going to do a very good job at keeping your team alive. For the defense break utility unit, I think Annabelle is going to do a very good job with healing, slow debuff, and she can do some decent damage as well. Not too bad. And that 3-turn defense break is going to help you clear the trash wave easily. I think Abilio as a healer is also not bad. He can provide damage as well. So, hey, might be an option to consider too. Another raw healer that you want to put in is going to be Ariel. the Water Archangel. I think if you run Aerial, you can run pretty much 4 other non-healers because Aerial healing is pretty insane. So Aerial somewhere here. For AoE damage, once again, Julie. For single target, I think Taeyong is going to do a very good job. He can also provide AoE damage and freezing for the trash wave. I think Chao is going to do a very good job as well. Being able to heal himself. You don't have to worry about Chao's survivability too much. And he can do some good damage on the boss. But once again, mix and match between the luxury option that you have with the Nat 5. If you have Bastet, I think she's going to be super good. And the free-to-play option that you want to mix in between, I think one team is going to be popular will be some sort of Bastet, Vigor, Sigmarus, Theo, or Julie, Theo, and Barbara for the rich people. I'm really excited to see what people will do when the dungeon come out, because everyone can do their own team and it's gonna be super creative, and I'm looking forward to it. For the fire department, I'm not too sure if you want to pull off a fire team, because once again, one of the mini boss is a water boss, so the AoE damage dealer will have a hard time trying to heal both boss at the same time. But depending on your microing skill, put both at low HP, I think it's not gonna be a big problem. If you want to rock a fire team, which I don't really recommend, you can go with Vert, definitely right there. Colleen for the healing and attack buff. I think Raccoony for the cleanse and general support is gonna be pretty good. Rogue's definitely gonna be there for the defense break and also team up damage. I think Fire Samurai is gonna be a solid AoE damage for this dungeon. Zyros another AoE damage. I think Perna is gonna be a super strong single target damage as well. For the extra healing that she can bring, she's gonna be super solid. If you want to upgrade your team to be more aggressive, I think Hua-He might be an option. But probably Colleen is gonna be really good with the attack break and the consistent healing. I think stick with Colleen. But I'm not really a fire element fan for this dungeon, so I don't have a lot of suggestion. I really want to just go with water or wind. So these are my thoughts for fire. If you have any other thoughts on fire, let me know in the comment section down below. LD version will probably be a little bit of a flex, because you need to have a lot of LD Nat 4 to have a good team, in my opinion. But hey, if you want to stick with Fran and Bella or Fran Lauren, then you can run an LD team as well. So for the turn cycling support, I think Asher is gonna do a good job with speed buff, healing, and attack buff boost. For AoE damage, I think the Light Samurai is gonna be super good with that AoE skill 3. Or Prom, if you have one, but I think if you're doing light to flex on people, then I think Light Samurai is gonna be super solid. For single target damage, I think the recent HOH Pang is gonna do some solid damage. Or Mimir for the branding and attack by reduction, he's gonna do well as well. For the dark version, this one is even harder. But if you want to use your Crow, then I don't know. Air Guard for the attack buff, Basalt for the healing and protection, Frigate for the turn cycling and the defense break. For AoE damage, Dark Samurai very good, but I think Manchura can do a very decent job as well. Another underrated unit will be Kroa. He can buff speed and healing over time. I also do a bit of support with skill 1 and 2. I think not too bad. So this is the dark version of the team. Personally, I want to do every single element. If my viewers allow me to, that's gonna be so cool. So what are your thoughts on the new dungeon team? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this kind of video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for new content. And thank you so much for watching. Oh, that was a default slide right there. Haha. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.